So these are absolute breaking news. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor has been arrested on the Sandringham Royal Estate by police investigating misconduct in public office. This is has been already confirmed. We got this from Piers Morgan. We got this from Chris Shipp. Confirmed. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor arrested by Thames VP on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Today is Andrew's birthday, by the way. He's 66. As part of the investigation, we have today, February 19th, arrested a man in his 60s from Norfolk on suspicion of misconduct in public office and are carrying out searches and addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. The man remains in police custody this time. We will not be naming the arrested man, but everybody knows already who the guy is. You know that I've been covering Andrew and Sarah Ferguson the past couple of weeks, and what have surfaced in the Epstein files are disturbing, yes, but we know that not because you appear in the Epstein files, it means that you're guilty. Having said that, we saw those pictures that everybody were talking about this woman who was on the floor and was redacted. Her identity was redacted. Former Prince and King Charles' brother was arrested Thursday morning. They were investigating a complaint alleging that he had shared confidential material with Jeffrey Epstein. That is one of the things that I have mentioned, that in so many of these instances, these suspects, he's a suspect right now, not only Andrew, but other figures in a Epstein case, they could be prosecuted not only because of the, let's say, heinous things that are accusations that have not been proven yet, but things like the finances, like, he got, you remember that I covered this, he got this information from somebody and then relayed that information to a banker friend. I basically predicted this. It was much easier, had been much easier to prosecute Andrew or investigate Andrew because of a money trail, because you get emails, you get bank statements, you get communications, you get text messages, and I guess that's what is happening right now. He is currently in custody and further searches are carried out in Berkshire and Norfolk. I guess that they are also searching for the communications and anything that points out that there was this insider trading going on. As part of the investigation, we have today arrested a man. Following a thorough assessment, we have now opened an investigation into this allegation of misconduct in public office. It is a misconduct in public office, not related to eating babies or anything of the sort. But yes, how is it possible that somebody could just relay privileged information from basically public office to a private banking friend? So that is as illegal as you can imagine. We work with all our partners to investigate this alleged offense. We understand the significant public interest in this case. We will provide updates at the appropriate time. Mountbatten-Windsor was the strip of the royal title known as the Epstein Files, released by the Justice Department. The photo of with Virginia Giuffre, we talked about that. And we know that William and Catherine had reacted to this. But you remember, it's like this kind of stuff. Prince Andrew reportedly sent Epstein Christmas cards featuring photos of his young daughters. Okay, creepy, not exactly illegal. Creepy as F, yes, but not exactly illegal. But it was the trading stuff. It was a trading stuff. There was the Peruvian request. He was interested in two-legged, interesting women to meet in Peru as well. But I think that they are missing the point with this one, because it's much easier, much faster to just find out if there was something bad going on in terms of enriching people in the most illegal way. You know, you have privileged information and you can trade or make business decisions, private business decisions, with public information that has not been released yet. That is illegal everywhere. I mean, worldwide. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, David Vance says, I'll say it, Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor is innocent. But this was back in 2025. Let's see. See, as I want to find. Yeah, this is the thing that I was talking about. Andrew leaked a confidential treasury briefing to banker friend. This is most likely the thing that he's being investigated for. And you see that I pass in on to you for comment and a suggestion or solution. The essence is that Amanda is getting signals that we should allow the democratic process happen before you make your move. Interested in your opinion, and that included this confidential documents. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor forwarded a confidential treasury briefing to a banker friend while he was trade envoy. Well, this was 6 days ago. In correspondence seen by the Telegraph, Ms. Thirsk emailed Michael Elam, the Treasury's Director General of International Finance at the time, asking him to produce a briefing note for Andrew on the Nordic nation. At the time, Britain and Iceland were engaged in a diplomatic row over British deposits lost in the 2008 banking crisis. The Duke of York met with the Prime Minister of Iceland at Davos and would very much like to receive an updated note on the latest position between the UK and Iceland on the matter of the deposits and the deposit scheme. And yeah, with that information, you certainly know what moves to make, not only in any Bank of Iceland, but any banking, branches that could affect, that no bank nowadays is completely isolated, and there are international interests, that there are going to be people of all sorts of power from everywhere in the world making sure to have their accounts connected to each other. So yes, this looks bad. This looks bad in ways that I had mentioned this. 2 hours later, he passed the note on to Jonathan Rowland, his close friend and the former chief executive of Bank Haviland, a bank that had bought assets from a failed Icelandic lender a year earlier. Mountbatten-Windsor, who was then the UK's trade envoy, suggested the information might be useful to his friend, quote-unquote, before you make your move. This is bad. I'm telling you, this is bad. Yes, this is currently in development, but I would like to know, what do you think about this in the comments? My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.